Hey everyone, so now we're doing another updated review on the black variant Apocalypse Build-A-Figure. This guy's pretty tall, so I'm going to try something different where I'm going to have him standing. I'll lift him up to go down through the lower part of the figure instead of trying to like hold the camera steady. Therefore, you guys don't get motion sickness. So it's a really cool Build-A-Figure. A lot of these guys, when you see, I'm just going to kind of ramble real quick. On not even Facebook sometimes, but a lot on eBay, you'll see guys where it's a blue Apocalypse, but then the shoulders will be black. A lot of people didn't really realize there was a black variant Apocalypse that wasn't really advertised, and his pieces were intermixed with regular figures, even variant legends like even the Bald Bishop or the I'm trying to think, the more torn up, I believe it might have been Iron Fist, I can't remember, sorry, but they would have the blue parts, and so you just didn't know which figure. Even X-23 was another variant they had in that wave, which figure you were gonna, and think of the Wolverine, sorry, which it's just thrown in there, so you had to actually check the package to see if you had the black piece. And even with the hoses, the Maestro figure, not all of them came with the hoses even, so it was kind of a weird error where there was a shortage of the back hoses that connected to the back of the figure. Anyways, sorry, enough of my rambling for a whole minute there. So we're gonna look over the front of the figure. Such a cool figure. So I'll go ahead and bring him up closer and we'll check out the details. So this is by far such a cool Build-A-Figure. This is probably my second favorite, but below the Sentinel. The Toy Biz Sentinel is my all-time favorite, but out of this one's definitely my second. I just think he's really cool. Mine, sadly, it has just some paint blemishes. He came this way, so that's too bad. Otherwise, it's got nice black paint. This is all nicely sculpted and grooved. I really like the whole smirk on his face, and this this nice shiny blue paint application around his mouth looks so good. You can see the vein on the side of his head here, on both sides there. You get the nice dark red eyes, and just kind of the way the wrinkling looks, the way that kind of the light hits it, gives it that nice shadowing over his creases there in his face. But it's just a very menacing look. Such a good looking Apocalypse. And down the neck, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that, but it's kind of black, and you got the nice line rivets, and his whole collar piece looks so cool. It's got the A right there in silver. It's kind of more of a gunmetal, like light, not shiny silver. And the same thing on the sides here. It comes all around. It's got some of the plugs, and it just looks so cool. Come around the back here, you can see more of the sculpted rivets here, and looks so nice. It's kind of fun to get this guy back out because he's just been sitting on the shelf. So to be able to hold him again is really fun. Otherwise, just more of the dark blue here. And it kind of comes around more of the black. So again, which I will do a comparison with the regular Build-A-Figure so you guys can see them side by side. But it just continues with that flat black, and then it has a nice shiny A right there. Not real shiny, but silver A. Same thing around the waist. Goes all the way back, and these tubes are so cool. And these are the bendy wire tubes, so you can see they got the little holes right there, but they just kind of plug in. You can see this is nice and clicky. I try not to do it too much because I don't want to get them loose. But coming down the arms here, you can see it's the silver, and you got the black around the inside here. You got some little black spray on the sides, and you got this nice fingers and a nice blue, and they're all riveted, which looks really cool. Every finger joint moves, which is great, which I'll go over the articulation, I won't spoil it. Coming down the legs, it's just black. And the boots here, you get some more of that dark blue, or not dark blue, but the dark spray with the lighter blues. It just looks so good, the silver. It's weird to think how old this figure is now. He doesn't seem that old, and he still looks amazing. Looks so good. But you can see on the bottom of his feet. No peg holes, don't need them. 2006. Crazy. Craziness. All right. So we can go over the articulations. His head looks left and right. He looks up about that much. Looks down. I promise I'm not breaking them. Shoulders move out. I barely move this figure. Move out, move down, even with the hoses. You can see he's super clicky. And back. He's got an upper bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, which moves down. Got a wrist rotation, also every finger moves, so you can see here the pinky, ring finger, middle finger, and pointer finger. And as you heard, got a nice clicky ab crunch, rotates at the waist. It's got the Y joint so they can spread pretty far. I'm not going to spread them all the way, and then you can rotate it and then kick up. He's got the upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, even those are clicky. No boot swivel, but his ankles do move down and they move up, and then also this will pivot with them. You can see some, oh, it's just a blue peg. Toe articulation, and then he's got the old school ankle rockers. So great amount of articulation, even though this guy is heavy. I mean, his upper body is very heavy. So it's pretty common for a used one that the ab crunch is very loose and floppy, just because the upper body is pretty heavy, or the ankles go out. So, which is kind of similar to what my light blue one is, but I'll go and show you guys how tall Apocalypse is. All right, so you're gonna take my word for it. You can see he is standing. I need to figure this out before the Sentinel comes, because he's gonna be way more taller than these guys. So he stands right around 4 inches tall. So he's a nice tall figure. And then here he is next to the regular version. This is the most common blue one, where you can see the gray on the inside gets a little dark, but this is, you know, like dark black. You can see on the arms, so it's like that lighter blue. And he also has both his hoses too. But you can just kind of get a little comparison here. The blue one's awesome. There's nothing wrong with the blue one at all. I prefer the black. I think it looks mean, and also the fact that he's kind of hard, you know, he's hard to come by now. But you can see the tinge on the suit is more of a, almost like a darker turquoise on the black, where the blue one's more of a darker blue. Or it could be just my eyes, the way it's hitting on the light. But I feel like this one's blue is just a tinge different than this. But you can see the blue one's got a lot more paint application, especially on the legs. You can see where it's just black, where this has got the nice wash kind of in the crevices, and it just looks really good. But such a cool Build-A-Figure. Hope you guys don't mind me holding the camera now, but here he is next to the Series 7 Apocalypse. This is also from Toy Biz. So you got all three Toy Biz Apocalypses together. It's pretty cool. And then he also, I did a review of him a while ago too. He's got the, you know, hoses in the back. And let's bring in the more recent Hasbro. There we go. All four Marvel, I believe these are all four Marvel Legend Apocalypses, besides the newest one that's coming out very soon, the Age of Apocalypse, which I do want to get eventually. But you definitely see where the more recent Build-A-Figure Apocalypse just barely hits right in the crotch of the Build-A-Figure Toy Biz Apocalypse. But you can see it's very similar head sculpt wise. He's got the blue around the mouth, even the top of the head here. Very similar. But I love the Build-A-Figure. I think he looks amazing, so large and tall. He just towers over all the rest of the 6-inch figures. But so I say definitely, if you guys have the chance to come across one for a decent price, definitely pick them up. You won't be disappointed. And ask a lot of questions before you buy them too. Never know. Because yeah, so definitely ask about the ab crunch and the kneecaps. I mean, the knee joints mainly, because even this one, so I built this one on a camera many years ago. So if you want to check through my playlist, you'll be able to find that video. But this knee is a little loose, so I have to really keep him up straight. It won't fall, but it's just not as tight as the black one. But again, hope you guys enjoyed this updated review. I know it's kind of all over just because of my talking and everything else like that, but I hope the lighting is really good now and you get a good glimpse of this figure. My review of this guy was just in like pretty much pitch black darkness. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy it. Have a great rest of the night, and definitely leave a comment if you want more pictures or him to compare it next to other Marvel Legends. Let me know in the comments. I don't mind making a separate video of just comparisons. But yep, hope you guys have a great rest of the night. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.